Namo Sakyamuni Buddha. Dear Venerable Sangha, Buddhist ladies and gentlemen, you are invited to join us in this weekly Buddhist Newsreel on FIESTA online channel. Hereafter, 6 major headlines of Buddhist activities of the week. Vietnam Buddhist Sangha Central Section in webinar meeting discusses organization of 9th National Buddhist Congress. Official letter on repeated booster jab in prevention of COVID-19. Sangha Information and Communications Section receives Vietnam Environment Award 2021. ULLAMBANA Filial Piety Fiesta of Buddha Calendar 2566 celebrated all over the country. Opening 3rd Summer Retreat Course, Incubating the Seeds of Wisdom at Long Hoa Pagoda in Da Nang. Social security activities performed by Vietnam Buddhist Sangha during the week. The following are the news in details. Pursuant to the first 6 months resolution issued by the Standing Board of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha Administrative Council on the morning of July 30th, 2022, Most Venerable TIයෙන් Nhân, Chairman of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha Administrative Council, Head of the Congress Steering Board, chaired a webinar meeting between the 2 main offices to discuss the organization of the 9th National Buddhist Congress.
Based on the plan to organize the Congress approved by the Standing Section of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha Administrative Council on July 10, 2022, this meeting discussed the preparation for the Congress, the list of the organizing division of the Congress, the list of personnel, and the action plan's specialized subsections. And at the same time, the meeting also expected the number of personnel to be introduced to the candidates of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha Administrative Council of the 9th tenure. As for the 9th tenure candidate list, after discussing, the steering board of the Congress agreed that the number of members of the 9th tenure is 270, of which 235 are official members and 35 alternate members. It is expected that on October 4, the Human Resources Board of the Congress will have an entire member meeting at the central office, Quang Sư Pagoda, Hanoi City, to submit the overall personnel proposal to the Standing Section of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha Administrative Council for consideration, discussion, and approval. In summing up the meeting, the Most Venerable Chairman appreciated the implementation plan of the subcommittees, according to which the Venerable Master advised the heads of the subcommittees to closely follow the projections of organizing the Congress, implementing the plan, monitoring closely, urging the members of the subsections to work together smoothly to keep up with the Congress schedule. The Venerable Master hopes that the honorifics, monks, nuns, and lay Buddhists in the organizing board would try their best to contribute actively and fulfill the task assigned by the Sangha, together sharing the mindfulness of the 9th National Buddhist Congress, which shall take place from November 27, 28, 29, 2022 at the Vietnam Soviet Friendship Cultural Palace in Hanoi capital.
Facing the complications of the COVID-19 pandemic, when the number of cases is increasing, and to follow the directive of the Prime Minister, on July 28, 2022, Most Venerable TIයෙන් Nhân, Chairman of the Vietnamese Buddhist Sangha, signed official letter number 322 HDTS VP1 on the repeated booster vaccination against COVID-19 from monks, nuns, and Buddhists. The letter contains the following contents.
For the attention of Central Board, Central Institute, Provincial Buddhist Parochial Board, Vietnam Buddhist University, Buddhist educational institutions, monks and nuns, hermits in pagodas and monasteries throughout the country, facing the unpredictable complications, new variants of the COVID-19 pandemic in Vietnam, the COVID-19 vaccine reduces its immunity effect over time. Therefore, to implement the directives of the Prime Minister and to strengthen the immunity for monks, nuns, and laities, it is recommended to the central sections and provincial Buddhist parochial board In provinces and cities, the Vietnam Buddhist University, Buddhist educational institutions and monks and nuns, pagodas and monasteries throughout the country to strengthen propaganda to monks, nuns, Buddhists and people to have COVID-19 vaccinations with sufficient doses of booster jabs as recommended to be able to strengthen immunity against new variants of the disease. Protect the health of themselves and the community according to the guidance of the Ministry of Health. Honestly, we would request the Central Boards, Central Institutes, Provincial Buddhist Parochial Boards, Vietnam Buddhist Universities, Buddhist educational institutions, monks and nuns, hermits in pagodas and monasteries throughout the country to implement the contents of these official letters.
On the evening of July 31st, 2022, the Ministry of Natural Resources and Environment held a ceremony to award the Vietnam Environment Award and the 6th Environmental and Natural Resources Press Award at the Vietnam Soviet Friendship Labor Culture Palace in Hoàn Kiếm District, Hanoi City.
The Vietnam Environment Award in 2021, organized by the Ministry of Natural Resources and Environment, is meant to contribute to the effective implementation of the revised law on environmental protection in 2020. It is awarded to 34 organizations, individuals, and communities with outstanding achievements in the field of environmental protection, excellency in environmental protection activities from 2019 to 2021. In detail, 33 works and 1 collective prize received the 6th Environmental and Natural Resources Journalism Award. From July 2019 to September 2021, the Central Information and Communications section of the Vietnam Buddhist SANGHA focused on communicating environmental protection topics on the SANGHA publications and at the portal Phật Journal of Buddhist Studies with a total of 32 articles, hundreds of photos to cover the environmental topics. In addition to communication activities of picking up litters, planting trees, releasing captured animals, organizing volunteer clubs to join hands to protect the environment, the board also organized exhibitions and seminars on vegetarianism and environmental and wildlife protection, organized various lectures on environmental protection integrated in sermons at ashrams. Most Venerable Thích Gia Quang, head of the Central Information and Communication section of the Vietnam Buddhist SANGHA, wrote articles, presentations, attended a seminar on environmental and received awards at this award ceremony for his contributions and solutions in environmental protection of earth, water environment, and environment for wind, fire.
ULLAMBANA is a major holiday in Buddhism. The annual celebration of ULLAMBANA Fiesta is one of the methods to practice the vows of gratitude, thankfulness, and filial piety of monks and nuns, Buddhism followers, and lay Buddhists following the virtues of Malgalyayana in the Buddhist scriptures. Extracting the content of Annunciation number 317 TB-HDTS with instructions to organize the ULLAMBANA Fiesta, signed by Most Venerable TIểng ANH, Chairman of the Administrative Council of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, signed on July 28, 2022. The following is news about ULLAMBANA Fiesta celebration held at pagodas and monasteries across the country.
In a dignified atmosphere, Buddhists at Vạn Phúc Pagoda, Hanoi City offers flowers and votive offerings to the three jewels, showing the filial piety and gratitude of the Buddha's followers on the morning of 13th of July 2022. In addition to the rose repel ritual, in gratitude for the merits of the parents giving birth to them, the Buddhists clasped hands in formation of the lotus bud, settled their thoughts, and listened to the song ULLAMBANA Repentance and the blessing words of the Venerable Thích Thuần. The Venerable pointed out that the most practical and meaningful way of filial piety of the Buddhist children is to love, care for, and take care of their parents while they are still alive. In case the parents are gone, they should actively practice and do good deeds, dedicate that merit to ancestors who have passed away for many lifetimes to be reborn in a pure realm. ULLAMBANA Filial Piety Fiesta at Tăng Phúc Pagoda, Hanoi City, was also solemnly held on the morning of the 31st of July, 2022, with flower offerings from young Buddhists at Tăng Phúc Pagoda, art performance program by singers, artists offering lyrics, singing worship to the Three Jewels and praising Father and Mother, the Buddhists demonstrating their gratitude and offering cathedral robes to the monks and nuns after 3 months of settling down, and then the rose lapel ritual with the sympathetic voice of Thanh Buddhist. The Buddhist ladies also listened to religious blessing words about the origin of ULLAMBANA Filial Piety, as well as the meaning of rose lapel, preached by Most Venerable Thích Gia Quang. The atmosphere of ULLAMBANA Filial Piety Fiesta at TIểng ANH Pagoda, Hanoi City, on the evening of the 2nd of August, 2022, was dignified, warm, and earnest with the participation of a large number of Buddhists with the contribution of lyrics and songs of singers and artists, and the ceremony of offering flowers to the Three Jewels performed by young Buddhists at TIểng ANH Pagoda. Next, there was a touching ceremony of studying roses through the voice of Buddhist Hoa Diệu Tâm. In his blessing words, Most Venerable Thích Bảo Nghiêm reminded, as a Buddhist, whether ordained or home-based practice, it is necessary to remember to think of the four great graces, that is, the protection of Three Jewels, thanks to the parents who gave birth to us, gratitude paid to the nation, and thanks to all sentient beings. In the spirit of gratitude and thankfulness of the Buddha's followers, the Củ Chi District Buddhist Parochial Board solemnly held the ULLAMBANA Filial Piety Fiesta, studded roses, and offered cathedral robes at Thiên Phước Pagoda, Củ Chi District, Ho Chi Minh City, on the morning of the 31st of July, 2022. Venerable Thích An Thưởng, head of the District Buddhist Parochial Board, head of the organizing board, Venerable Thích Thiện Tâm, standing vice chairman, and Venerable Thích Tịnh Tâm, chief clerk of District Buddhist Parochial Board, performed the ritual to offer monastic robes to the monks and nuns to congratulate the new religious age of the venerables after 3 months in retreat confinement. In addition to meaningful activities everywhere during the ULLAMBANA Filial Piety Fiesta, Thiên Phước Pagoda, Củ Chi District, Ho Chi Minh City, held a gratitude candlelight night on the evening of the 30th of July, 2022, to commemorate the birth-giving and children-rearing. The Venerable honorifics burned incense, presented to the Buddha, and performed the transmission of the lamp ceremony. The candlelight shimmers like a prayer to the Buddhas, teaching of the filial piety and repentance of young Buddhists. In front of the masters, the attendees all prayed in unison. I pray to the Buddhas to bless my father with good health and my mother with peace. Sharing his opinion with the ascetic practitioners, Venerable Thích Thiện Tâm reminded of the candlelight. It also symbolizes the parent's life, and it can go out at any time if we don't take care of it. At TIểng Nunnery Friary in Tiền Giang Province, Abbot Thịnh Nữ Tịnh Nghiêm, nuns and a large number of Buddhists upheld the ashram on the early morning of the 29th of July, 2022, to join in chanting and reciting the sutra, to honor father and mother, pray for the peace of the nation, the living parents and relatives to be blessed with longevity, and the deceased parents to be reborn in a pure land. After the ritual of remembrance of ULLAMBANA Filial Piety and offering of Kasaya, the Master Nun Thích Nữ Tịnh Nghiêm congratulated the nuns and monks who had passed the summer rain retreat. Before that, Tịnh Nghiêm Nunnery Friary also held a concert for requiem dedicated to heroes, martyrs, fallen compatriots who died during the COVID-19 pandemic. The nuns also awarded 11 periodic scholarships worth of 600,000 Vietnamese dong to support the disadvantaged students. Joining the joy of the Buddha's followers on the occasion of ULLAMBANA Filial Piety Fiesta, on the afternoon of the 31st of July, 2022, a large number of Buddhists attended the ULLAMBANA Filial Piety Fiesta program at Pháp Thanh Pagoda, Bến Tre Province. At the pagoda yard, all Buddhist ashram devoted themselves to offering bows to the Venerable honorifics with a pure mind towards the Three Jewels. On the morning of the 2nd of August 2022, the Venerable Honorifics of Ngọc Sơn Friary, Kiên Giang Province offered incense to the Buddha, along with rituals of offering robes and ULLAMBANA filial piety fiesta. The bouquets of fresh flowers offered by the Buddha's followers to the three jewels and the pale roses to commemorate the merits of parents who gave birth and upbringing to the children were the highlights of the ULLAMBANA filial piety fiesta program. After that, the Buddhists of Ngọc Sơn Friary delivered their speeches, circumambulated the main hall, and offered robes and offerings to the Venerable Honorifics.
On the morning of July 29, 2022, at Long Hoa Pagoda, Da Nang City, the third summer retreat course with the theme Incubating the Seeds of Wisdom, with the participation of more than 300 students and 100 volunteers during 3-day training from July 29th to 31st, 2022.
In his opening speech, Venerable TTT Vương, head of the organizing board of the retreat, affirmed, organizing a summer retreat is also a practical contribution to the cultivation of people in society and the country. The organizers always keep in mind that taking care of adolescents is not only the responsibility of the family and the pagoda, but also the responsibility of the whole society and the country. Speaking at the ceremony, Mr. Nguyễn Cao Cường, head of Da Nang City's Religious Affairs Committee, said that the retreat was a form of living, practicing, exchanging, orienting of oneself for the Buddhist children to learn from another in order to contribute to educating young people about the spirit of patriotism, gratitude to the Buddha, serving the three jewels, honoring parents and grandparents, creating precious relationships with friends, preserving national cultural identity, participating in social charity activities, awareness of environmental protection, and living a good life. In his blessing words, Venerable Thích Pháp Châu, head of the Da Nang City Buddhist Youth Guide section, praised the merit of venerable monks in the organizing board for organizing a very meaningful and practical retreat that attracted a large number of young people to participate. The Venerable emphasized, the temple is a place to train, educate, guide the children towards good, practice to make their inherent goodness. Venerable Thích Huệ Thường also encouraged the students to have fun and to study diligently for application in real life in a positive and happy way. Besides listening to the Dharma talking about the Buddha's teachings, the children trainees also had cultural communication, life skills exchanges, fun group games, working in meditation on the beach at dawn, lighting candles in gratitude, etc. A special distinguishing feature is that during the course, no phone, no internet was allowed, so that the children could perceive the happiness and peacefulness in their souls.
Over the past week, the voluntary activities of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha have been an active contribution into the social security programs in the localities, being a great source of encouragement for the disadvantaged in society, helping people to have a strong sense of aseity rise in life. Here are some local charity activities.
Hưng Phước Pagoda, Ho Chi Minh City, in collaboration with the Vietnam Fatherland Front Board in District 3, held a ceremony to award 54 scholarships on the morning of August 2, 2022, to support orphaned children whose parents died from COVID-19. Each scholarship is worth nearly 2 million VND, including gifts and necessities in cash. The orphan named Quan To Yên expressed her gratitude to the Venerable of Hưng Phước Pagoda and all the strong Buddhist sponsors and promised to work hard and study well, worthy of the awarded scholarships. On July 27, 2022, Cần Thơ City Charity Volunteer Union presented 400 charity gifts to support poor households in Chu Phong District, Gia Lai Province. Each gift is worth over 500,000 VND, including necessity and cash. In particular, the group supported 100 gifts to power the meal for babies. The total value of the gifts is 247 million VND. Venerable Thích Phổ Nguyệt, head of organizing board of Hồng Đức Pagoda, was extremely moved to thank the Ho Chi Minh City charity volunteer team from Cần Thơ with a golden heart, showing the seed of happiness for local people. The funding for the charity activities is supported by the most venerable head of the board, Nun Thích Giải Chánh, Venerable Thích Giác Đạo, and the nuns of Chánh Trơn Friary, and the strong sponsor of Cần Thơ City, the family of Nhuận Tráng Buddhists from Pleiku City, and Diễm Hương Real Estate Company. On July 30, 2022, the Châu Thành District Buddhist Parochial Board, in collaboration with the district authorities and the sponsor of Kim Sen Production and Trading Company, held the ceremony to hand over the almshouse of kindness to the family of Miss Nguyễn Thị Cách in Châu Thành District, Đồng Tháp Province. The almshouse of kindness, covering an area of 60 square meters, is roofed with corrugated iron and ceramic tile, with a construction cost of nearly 120 million VND. The sponsor donated 60 million VND. The rest was generated by Venerable Thích Tĩnh Triệt through mass mobilization. On July 30, 2022, the Abbot and Buddhists of Bộ Liên Pagoda, Vĩnh Thuận District, Kiên Giang Province, collaborated with the Provincial Board of Social Affairs of the Vietnamese Buddhist Sangha to hang over of the stable occupation illicit preparers job performance house to support Miss Võ Thị Lượng family. Venerable Thích Tuệ Giải kindly encouraged the family and shared, "This is the policy of the Sangha in Kiên Giang Province since launching the movement to build stable occupation illicit prosperous job performance houses for the poor with the criterion that the poor beneficiaries have a good life, the willingness to do business, no evils or violations of the civil law." The Venerable wished the program would be spread to every corner so that the people and the poor can have a happy home. The house is made of ceramic tiles, iron columns, corrugated iron walls, and solid corrugated iron roof, with a total construction cost of 55 million VND, contributed to the nuns by Bộ Liên Pagoda, the philanthropists and Buddhists from near and far. On this occasion, Master Nun Thích Nữ Huệ Ngân also gave 20 gifts of necessity to support Mrs. Võ Thị Luộc family and disadvantaged people in locality. On the same day, the Social Charity Board of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha in Kiên Giang Province and its sponsor handed over the house stable occupation illicit prosperous job performance with a construction cost 60 million VND to the family of Miss Danh Thị Nhờ in Upper U Minh District, Kiên Giang Province. After the house handover ceremony, the team also gave 50 gifts to support disadvantaged people in the locality. The Đà Lạt City Buddhist Parochial Board and the Buddhist Charity Board, in collaboration with Lâm Đồng Provincial Police and the Cát Tiên District Buddhist Parochial Board, organized a program Facilitate a Step to School to incubate the wisdom, to give 3 almhouses to poor people in Phước Cát Town, Gia Viễn Town in Cát Tiên District, and donated 13 bicycles to poor students at Phước Cát 1 Primary School on July 26, 2022. Each house is worth 50 million VND. In particular, Hoa Sen Company also supported steel frames and corrugated roofing for the house in Gia Viễn Town. The total field funding that the group has supported is 176 million VND. On the morning of July 25, 2022, Most Venerable Thích Chí Minh, head of the Cầu Kè District Buddhist Parochial Board, collaborated with local authority and sponsored to inaugurate bridges and rural gravels, roads, and handed over 10 almshouses in TIào Vinh Province. This is the one program that, funded by Social Security Fund, that the Provincial Buddhist Parochial Boards take care of people's lives for the better. The rural gravel road in Cầu Kè District is 420 meters long, with construction cost 180 million VND, and 23 meter in length bridge built over 75 million VND by H.T. Thích Chí Minh and philanthropists and local dwellers who contributed in kind as their mandates for construction. In the afternoon of the same day, the charity team handed over 10 almhouses to needy households. The cost for building each house is 40 million VND.
Venerable monks and nuns, Buddhist ladies and gentlemen, the last news has signed off this weekly newsreel. Thank you for your attention and following. Goodbye and see you in the next program on PSO TV channel. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha.